National Moon Day. National Moon Day, June 20th, commemorates the day man first walked on the moon in 1969. NASA reported the moon landing as being the single greatest technological achievement of all time. From left to right, Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, Buzz Aldrin. On July 20, 1969, Neil Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface. He spent 2.5 hours outside the spacecraft. Buzz Aldrin soon followed, stepping onto the lunar surface. After joining Armstrong, the two men collected 47.5 pounds of lunar material. Their specimens would make the journey back to Earth to be analyzed. The first moon meal was bacon and coffee, but mostly the Apollo astronauts ate a lot of dehydrated beef and vegetables. The Apollo astronauts had no bathroom. Instead, they used bags for solid waste and roll-on condom-like cuffs when urinating. Buzz Aldrin has boasted about being the first person to piss his pants on the moon. Of course, he was wearing a diaper. The Saturn V rocket that launched the Apollo 11 astronauts into space is still the tallest, heaviest, and most powerful rocket ever flown. A few days before the rocket launched the Apollo 11 crew into space, about 500 people protested the moonshot program outside the Kennedy Space Center. Musician Gil Scott-Heron even wrote a song opposing the moon mission called Whitey on the Moon. Armstrong had to manually steer the landing module called Eagle to an impromptu landing site, the Sea of Tranquility. They touched down with 45 seconds worth of fuel left in the landing tank. If the astronauts had followed spacewalk tradition, Buzz Aldrin would have been the first man on the moon, not Neil Armstrong. While Armstrong and Aldrin were on the moon, Michael Collins stayed in orbit around the moon to helm the command module. Aldrin and Armstrong stayed on the lunar surface for 21 hours and 36 minutes, though they spent most of that time inside the lunar module. To link back up with Collins in orbit, Aldrin and Armstrong had to launch back off the moon in the lunar module. If something went wrong, they'd be stranded in space and left for dead. This scary situation almost came to pass. Before liftoff, Aldrin discovered that a crucial circuit breaker had broken. Less than an hour before the Apollo 11 crew landed in the Pacific Ocean, they faced another unexpected threat. A discarded module didn't jettison away as it was supposed to do. After the Apollo 11 astronauts were safely back on Earth, NASA quarantined them for 21 days in case they brought back moon germs. The crew had to sign customs forms declaring moon rock and moon dust samples upon their return to the United States. Buzz Aldrin submitted $33.31 in travel expenses for reimbursement. Today, the original flags planted on the moon have almost certainly lost their color and are probably disintegrating.